Okay, what I'd like to get started with in this video is what I'd like to take a look at and is referred to as keyframing. Keyframing is the controls that associate with many of these detailed controls in your video clips. All of the items that can be adjusted, as in the case of the scale of that background, that video clip that I've currently have selected, you can change the scale of that. And these are keyframable characteristics that associate with your video. Scale, rotation, I can rotate the whole background. I could change the position of that background, slide it left and right. And this isn't something that you would just want to adjust one time. You can actually program movement in using keyframing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset all this stuff. I'm going to undo what I just did and get back to the original video footage. And this is where we ended with our keying video, chroma keying or green screening. And currently what I'm seeing is that green screen footage, the bottles in the front, is really kind of big and bold right in front of your face. And what I'd rather have it do is move off of the table that these guys are sitting at. So what I want to do is take a look at my playhead, and I'm going to slide it all the way to the beginning of my video clip. And right here at the very beginning, I'd like to have this set of bottles, my recyclables, zoom out or move out into the distance and appear as though it's sitting on the table. So in order to do that, I'm going to select that clip, the clip I wish to edit. And in this case, this is all the keyer information that you had. I'm going to minimize it so it's out of the way because I don't want to affect the green screen stuff. It's still here, but by minimizing that arrow, you can hide it. And what I'd like to do is mess with the scale a little bit and some of the positioning of these bottles. So to start off this clip with my playhead sitting at the very beginning, I want to scale this back to where it appears as though it's the size as it would probably be on the table. I can also come through here and I can also change the location left and right, up and down, so it may appear a little bit more natural. And these bottles are probably a little smaller than they need to be. But these characteristics are going to be associated with this very instance in the video. So at the very beginning, where I have my playhead set, I change the values so that it looks like it more or less is sitting on the table. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. At that point, I want to start using keyframes, which are this little diamond with a plus sign at the end. I want to use those to save these settings at that time in the video. So I'm going to click on that, and it becomes an X. If it becomes an X, it means it's already set, and if you click on it, it will remove that keyframe. In this case, we just want to add it, so it's a plus sign, and we'll add a keyframe. What I'd like to get to is a point where, towards the end of this video, we are full size, and the scale of that and the attention of those bottles is in the foreground. They're nice and close, and we are paying close attention to these bottles and the recyclables that can be found in our cafeteria. So I've slid the scale up to 100. Again, you can play with the placement, the framing of this information. I'm going to bring it down so that way I don't see the wrinkled edge of the paper, but I do have it fully visible. So I'm going to drop that to about, well, in this case, 36. And left and right, you can use this to center the video, center that piece of paper as well. So I'm going to slide that right to the foreground, and my values are set. Now, because you've already activated the keyframes, they will be assigned a new value at this new point in your video clip. So what you'll notice is if I scrub back to where I started with my first keyframe when I opened or placed the first keyframe, and then I move to the second point where I change the values, it is automatically being recorded. All right. Once I get beyond that keyframe, it's no longer adjustable. Okay. I'm going to follow this up with one more video file that shows you an additional way to see and view keyframes. But again, that'll be in the second video, and it just gives you another way to do similar stuff.